to welcome this evening parents, family, and friends who might be streaming the event from home throughout Northeast Sports Network, our partners in live streaming. What a year this has been. We had the opportunity to break in this building slowly last year, but this year we really put it to the test. The Harold Alphon Athletics and Recreation Center truly is a remarkable thing for Colby and the surrounding community. Coming back in the fall, you all hit the ground running, competing in over 500 games, matches, or competitions throughout the year. 500. We still have a few more to go, with our women's lacrosse team competing this weekend in the NCAA Sweet 16. Best of luck to you, ladies. We hope that you're watching this evening and we're with you. Also, we have our track and field teams competing in the NCAA championships right around the corner. Best of luck to those athletes. And tonight, we are all thrilled to celebrate all 146 senior student athletes. We have 9 awards to present, and although that means that there will only be 9 individuals who will receive plaques, the impact and legacy left by each and every one of you is impressive, to say the least. This group has had 28 All-NESCAC award winners, while also crowning NESCAC champions from track and field, cross country, men's soccer, and men's ice hockey. This class has seen NCAA championship qualifiers in women's ice hockey, men's soccer, women's lacrosse, Nordic skiing, cross country, swimming and diving, tennis, men's basketball, men's ice hockey, and track and field. In addition to that impressive list of teams, 8 of you are All-Americans, and every single one of you were fantastic teammates and make us so proud to be Colby Mules. Before we get into the awards portion of the evening, we want to make sure that everyone has a chance to eat. We know some of you may have come in late this evening. Most of you I know have already eaten, but there is still plenty left. If you haven't had a chance, please partake. If you would like more, please help yourself, and we'll begin with our presentations in roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening. Thanks for just helping us and being patient as we still work through a little bit of the bugs about how we do this ceremony. It was, I think when I came and started 3 years ago, the first one we got to do was virtual because that was the 2020 senior award ceremony. We had to kind of throw it together, and we had to do it on via Zoom, and it just didn't have the same impact. Before that, as some of you know, we did it across campus. And last year, we decided we were going to try to do it inside of our home, in our house. And it really came together really nicely. We were able to stream this via NSN to our families that weren't able to be here and be able to celebrate together. And so we wanted to continue to build upon that and keep making this into our seminal capstone year-end event to celebrate all of our seniors and just what they've done. And so I want to really thank Danny Noyes and his staff and the team that put in all kinds of hours to make this happen. The dining staff, the facilities crew that set this up for us so that we could be here tonight. So just a big round of applause for all those that put this together. And for a first for us is to have the parents here, which is even more special. Just without your support, without the support you give your students, and for the last 4 years, and some a little bit longer than that, none of this would have been possible. And just to let you share in the night, and to share in the recognition of, for what is for many of them 14 or plus more years of participation in this sport, and now starting a new phase in their life. And for you to be a part of that is, I think, really important. So thank you for being here tonight. I also want to recognize our faculty, our coaches, our athletic trainers, and all the administrators and the staff within the athletics department that work so hard every single day to just try to provide the absolute best experience we can for our student athletes, to help them meet their potential, to push them and challenge them in so many different ways. And so I just want to thank the entire team for everything that you've done this year and where we're coming from. And I know we're going to be bouncing into next year here very soon. We'll get right back at it. But thank you for being here as well, to be able to celebrate with the seniors that you've seen 4 years now grow from first years into the young men and women they are today. So thanks for being here. And then last but not least, this night's all about our student athletes. And it's remarkable when I tried to think about what are we going to talk about tonight, what could I bring up? And the constant theme out there is obvious. What you've come through in the last 4 years, a lot has happened in your lives, a lot, in so many different areas. And that's a theme that you heard at the last lecture. It's probably a theme that you'll hear at the graduation ceremony as well. It's going to define you and your generation for decades to come. And that really actually excites me and gives me a lot of hope. When we try to think about all the things that are happening, the return to virtual, the loss of the time in the classrooms and all these different things, you've gone through the pre-COVID here. You went through the time away, you came back, and we're back to somewhat normal. You've gone to all 3 phases of this, and you know that you've lost things. You've lost practice time, you've lost games, you've lost opportunities, and I hope that you'll take away that this sense of carpe diem, things are precious, time is precious. Memories and events and opportunities are precious. It's fragile. These things just don't happen. You don't just get to have events in your life and you can learn to expect them. They don't always show up, and sometimes they're snatched away from you at the last minute. And I hope that the one thing that you take away from this experience at this point of your formative life is to never not appreciate. It's too many negatives. Sorry for the faculty that are here. But to always appreciate what you have and take advantage of it in that moment and do the absolute best you can. And always be prepared for when that moment might happen, because that door might only open for a second. And you either take advantage of it then, or it's going to close. And you don't have time to prepare. Even in my own experience, when 9/11 hit, the teams and the military that went into Afghanistan a couple days later, they didn't have a chance to start preparing then, or start training then. They had to be trained and prepared for that when that moment happened. And as you move on to life and you lead our government, you lead our businesses, when I'm on Social Security, hopefully you're still keeping it in check and I have something to rely upon. You're leading our country, our business, where we're going in the world with that same sense of this is precious. We have to take advantage of it. We have to do the absolute best we can with what we have right now, because it might be gone tomorrow. I think you're going to be a remarkable generation in your leadership and what you bring. There's going to be so different because of this experience. My generation didn't have this. We didn't have something this monumental and this widely impacting the world to shape us at your age. And so I know, based on what I've seen with you over the last couple of years, it gives me a lot of hope that you're going to be ready to do that, and you're going to do a great job at it in the future. And the reason why I have that hope and that absolute belief is because not only have I seen you make it through the last few years and overcome a lot of uncertainty, overcome a lot of different challenges, but this year especially, I saw your leadership. How many teams did we have that had more than half of the athletes this year competing in their very first collegiate competition? Every team. Your class were the last ones that remembered how it was supposed to be, what it was like, how to do a full season. And then we had a big gap, and it was your class that stepped up and led all the underclassmen this year and got us back to where, the semblance of normality. Like, we still have COVID, it's still affecting us, but you brought us back to a full competition cycle. And the underclassmen didn't know what that looked like. There were programs where, greater than 60% of the athletes on their first competition. But you led them, and I saw it. And not only can I speak about it anecdotally, but even when I look at some of our numbers and just starting to think about the year in review, and we're not done yet. Some of the numbers haven't completely rolled in. We don't have all of our All-Americans, set so far. We have 8, but I know that number is going to go up after women's lacrosse continues on in the tournament and our track and field athletes continue to excel. But 5 years ago, so the year before you arrived at Colby, we were ranked 169th in the country in Directors' Cup points. So Directors' Cup is a metric and evaluation to be able to just see where we are. Each of our sports gets points if you go into the postseason. And we were 169th in the country for Division III. And right now we're 42nd in the country because of your class. And there's a lot of the Directors' Cup has some flaws in terms of the metrics, but it's a pretty important one when you think of that kind of a jump. More than 100 places. And a lot of that was spent in those 2 years in between when we were able to get back in the building, when we had the changes in the NCAA allowance for practices and how we did it. You stuck to it. You got into the weight room. You got out on the field. And you were able to work really hard during that time when there was still no certainty on if we were going to play. Last year, the light switch came on for a few teams, some with less than a week's notice, and you were able to figure it out real quick and get back into the swing of things. And then this year, we were able to take advantage of all that investment that you did over the last 2 years. But then when you added that to your leadership and the experience that you provided to your teams, that's why we're 42nd in the country. There's no doubt in my mind that after the next couple weeks, we could see that number get even better. So I want to thank you, personally for what you've done as a class, what you've shown in your character. for all of us my age and older, it gives me a lot of hope that you're ready to leave, to go start your lives, to lead this country, to make a difference, in the right difference, one with character, one with integrity. And so I'm really proud to just been a small part of your life, your lives. I know the coaches that have invested so much time and energy in helping you develop and show you the right way. And the fact that you've measured up, that you're here today, is just a testament of the grit and determination that you have, your ability to be resilient under enormous amount of stress and uncertainty, and then to be able to step forward and to lead our mules. I think you're going to see this trajectory is pointed in the right direction because of you. As you move on, you're going to look back and you're going to be a part of the program, these national championship teams that we're creating, and you were a part of starting that right here, right now, because of your leadership and getting us through this time. So thank you very much. I'll end there. Just want to say congratulations to a great 4 years. Some of you a little bit longer than that, depending upon if you took a gap year. And mom and dads that are out there, well done. You got them here. I hope we did our best. I hope you're proud of the type of men and women that they are and how ready they are for the rest of their lives. So thanks for being here. I think back over to Sean and the voice of Colby. All right.
Thank you, Mike. To announce the Phi Beta Kappa recipients in the Norman White Award, please welcome Mr. Pat Ratke, Associate Athletic Director for Facilities and Operations.
Good evening. Phi Beta Kappa is the nation's oldest and most respected undergraduate honor society. Senior honorees tonight have been inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, having participated in varsity athletics for at least 3 years. When I read your names, please come up to be recognized. Catherine Doherty, majoring in psychology and educational studies from our women's tennis team. Curtis Haas, majoring in physics and mathematics from the football team. Shade Johnson, majoring in psychology with a concentration in neuroscience from our track and field team. Stephanie Keene, majoring in science, technology, and society from our squash team. Catherine McKinley, majoring in biology with a concentration in neuroscience from our crew team. Silas Olson, majoring in mathematics and educational studies from our cross-country team. William Solo, majoring in mathematics and computer science from the Nordic ski team. Edward Storrs III, majoring in French studies and environmental policy from our crew team. Emily Vanderveen, majoring in biology with a concentration in neuroscience from our women's ice hockey team. Teresa White, majoring in mathematical sciences and religious studies from our swimming and diving team. Yeah, I can. Congrats, guys. All right, and now on to our first award for the evening. I will be presenting the Norman White Award. This award is given annually to a senior male athlete who has demonstrated exceptional inspirational leadership. Our finalists for this evening are
Quinn Doyle, ice hockey. As a captain of the team, Quinn Doyle had great impact and influence on the team. He was others-orientated, had a real agape love for his teammates, competed very hard every single day, kept his teammates accountable, and highly motivated.
Tyler Burt, squash.
Tyler has faced many challenges throughout his life. His positive attitude in the face of adversity has served as an example to us all. The inspirational leadership that Tyler brought to this program has instilled lessons that will carry on long after he has graduated.
Dylan James, football.
The consummate teammate, Dylan James, played a huge role influencing the culture change of our Colby football program. The attitude, effort, discipline, and toughness that he modeled every day inspired not only his teammates, but his coaches as well.
And the winner is Tyler Burt from our men's squash team.
To introduce the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award, please welcome Nikki Veyu, Associate Athletics Director responsible for budgets.
Hey everyone. I am pleased to present the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award. This award is given annually to a senior female athlete who has demonstrated exceptional, inspirational leadership. Let's take a moment to meet our finalists.
Carly Cristofori, basketball.
Carly Cristofori is everything that a coach or teammate could hope for. No matter what's going on in her life, she shows up with a positive attitude, ready to pour into the people around her. She is the epitome of selflessness, commitment, and consistency.
Eliza Dean, lacrosse.
Eliza Dean brings so much positive energy and sunshine to our lacrosse team. Even on the most mentally grueling days, she finds a way to smile and make others smile. During all the COVID challenges, she organized online tutoring for local schools, as well as created resources for her teammates with learning differences. Eliza's impact both on and off the field will continue to be felt for years to come.
Sadie Kuhn, ice hockey.
Sadie served as one of the captains of the women's ice hockey team during both her junior and senior seasons. Her strong defensive play, commitment to our values and standards, honesty and vulnerability with herself and her teammates, and her team-first mentality have made her such a critical piece of the success we achieved in Sadie's 4 years at Colby.
And the winner is Eliza Dean, women's lacrosse. So obviously, Eliza can't be with us today because their team is on the way to the Sweet 16 NCAA tournament. Hopefully, she's watching the live stream right now. So can we all give a really big cheer so that they can hear us all the way in Middlebury? Congratulations, Eliza.
To introduce the Donald P. Lake Award, please welcome Tim Weston, head athletic trainer and one of the newest members of the National Athletic Trainers Association Hall of Fame, being inducted this summer. Westy.
My glasses. Good evening. I'm pleased to present the Donald P. Lake Award. This award is given annually to a senior male athlete who's excelled in the following areas: academics, leadership, and athletic achievements. Our finalists are
Brett Holmes, football.
Brett Holmes' career as a student athlete at Colby personifies excellence. His success on the field, in the classroom, and as a leader on this campus has been exemplary. Brett is as complete a student athlete as I have ever coached.
Tanner Burton, track and field.
Tanner's display of passion, pride, and enthusiasm just start to describe this young man's character. His willingness to commit to enhancing himself as a leader, friend, teammate, and athlete has been paramount to his success.
And the winner is Brett Holmes, football.
To present the Marjorie D. Beither Award, please welcome Casey Runksmeiser, Associate Athletic Director in SWA.
I'm a little shorter, so I'm going to lower that mic. Good evening. I am pleased to present the Marjorie D. Beither Award. This award is given annually to a female athlete who has excelled in the following 3 areas: academics, leadership, and athletic achievements. Our finalists are
Carly Levitz, tennis.
Carly's had an outstanding career at Colby, certainly one of the best in women's tennis history. She has played number 1 since she got here, which is very hard to do, and her many accomplishments speak for themselves. More importantly, though, she's been an amazing leader and captain and teammate. Her impact on and off the court has been tremendous, and she's helped put CWT on the tennis map nationally.
Chiamaka Chewy Ubani, basketball, lacrosse.
Chewy is one of the most gifted athletes to play in our women's basketball program. The best gift that she gave the people around her was her genuine passion and joy for the game. She showed up every day with an electric smile, contagious laugh, and unwavering commitment to her teammates.
Sarah Stark, lacrosse.
Sarah Stark has been an impact player for the Colby women's lacrosse team for 4 years, earning accolades in each of those years, while also setting herself apart in the classroom with a 3.74 GPA. She has tutored both classmates and teammates so they can be successful academically. On the field, she competes with her entire heart while instilling confidence in those around her.
And the winner is Carly Levitz. Thank you.
Carly, you need to be a little happier about that. To deliver a special message from the C Club and to present the Warren J. Finnegan Award, I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Danny Noyes, Sports Information Director, and the Richard L. Whitmore head coach for men's basketball, Mr. Damian Strayhorn.
Hi, everybody. Kerry Duffel, class of 97, was supposed to be here tonight to speak to you all and introduce what C Club is. Unfortunately, she had to remain home due to COVID protocols. I feel like we've heard that a little bit this year, haven't we? Damien and I will do our best to fill in. Fun fact, Damien and I both graduated Colby, class of 2002, and we were roommates as well. How many people knew that? 1, 2, 3. You did not. Westy's like, I know everything. Okay, so the C Club is an alumni-based organization whose sole purpose is to support Colby athletics. They are a group of engaged alumni who participate in athletics while at Colby and who now follow your programs intently, sharing in your successes and also your defeats. These people know what it's like to be in your shoes, and they're your biggest fans. The C Club used to be a dues-based organization, inviting recent graduates to join in the mission of supporting Colby athletics. But in recent years, the group discontinued collecting dues and instead invites every single graduating athlete to join and simply be engaged. In a handful of days, you will all be members of the C Club. Here's our challenge to you. It's one thing to be part of a group, but it's another thing to be an outgoing and engaged member of a group. We encourage you all to be connected. Colby, your programs, and your teammates mean a lot to you, so stay connected.
The C Club has been known to hold alumni gatherings around the Colby Bowdoin hockey games, the Colby Carnival for the ski programs, Colby crew gatherings at the head of the Charles, and even football functions at home and on the road. There is no reason swimming and diving, track and field, and cross country don't gather in Indianapolis, in Ohio, and in Kentucky to rally around NCAAs. Each of our 32 sports can have similar support, and it all starts with interest and carries through with effort from people like you, from alumni. If you want to start something, be a part of C Club and make a difference. As a gift to each and every one of you, the C Club purchased blankets stacked on the tables over here to my left. Each one is personalized with a name. So after the show is over, please find yours and think about ways you would like to engage with Colby Athletics as an alum. Thank you. Thank you. At this time, it is my honor to present the Warren J. Finnegan Award. This award is given annually to a male or female student for significant behind-the-scenes contribution to the success of Colby Athletics. Our finalists are
Will Johnson, soccer.
Will was and continues to be an inspiration to our program. From his freshman year as a part of the NESCAC championship team, through to his leadership as a senior, he was ever present on the sidelines, at games and at practices. Will changed our program for the better, and I have no doubt he will continue to do so in the next chapter after graduation.
Keegan Dunbar, basketball.
Keegan Dunbar is a fierce competitor whose work ethic, discipline, and unrelenting ambition will take her far beyond Mayflower Hill. There is no doubt that she will be successful in any and everything that she does because of who she is.
Caitlin Angeli, athletics.
Caitlin has been a foundational rock for Colby Athletics since she stepped foot on Mayflower Hill 4 short years ago. Her charisma and dedication to our department and her peers comes through in everything that she does. There has not been an event in the past 4 years that Caitlin has not assisted with. Whether she was keeping the scoreboard at a soccer game or managing the penalty box at a hockey game, she was instrumental and integral to our success. Caitlin will be greatly missed.
And the winner is Caitlin Angeli. Tonight, as we celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our senior athletes, we are joined by one of the true legends of Colby Athletics, Coach Dick Whitmore. Beginning in 1970, he paced the sidelines of the basketball court, mentoring hundreds of young men over his 40-year tenure. The lessons instilled in his athletes of toughness and togetherness were core principles that led to 637 wins, placing him amongst the most successful Division III coaches of all time. Beyond the court, Coach Whitmore led our athletic department over the span of 3 different decades. Here, he not only helped shape the vision of the department, but enjoyed in the countless successes of mule athletes across every sport. For 50 years and to this day, Coach Whitmore continues to follow, support, cherish every win, championship, and accomplishment that our teams achieve. Tonight, it is my honor to welcome Coach Whitmore to introduce the Richard L. Whitmore Award.
Thank you very much. That's good. It's totally impossible to be able to articulate the joy that I have every time I come back to Colby, and to be able to be part of this kind of ceremony in which the honored people are those who have become the leaders of Colby Athletics is extra special. As far as factoids are concerned, not only have I been around for a lot of these events, but I think I know every person who the event is named for, and that really makes me old. So, and I am almost in awe coming into this facility and what it is becoming and what kind of connection it's going to have to athletic successes. And I'm so proud of what we accomplish on an ongoing basis. And the chance to be able to connect so quickly and in such reality through the modern technology that we have allows one who is cheering for Colby every time that he sees it online, makes every day even better for me. And I treasure every day I spent here, and even more, I treasure every person I ever met at Colby, especially the athletes. I am pleased to present the Richard L. Whitmore Award. This award is given annually to a senior male athlete who has excelled in the following 3 areas: athletic achievements, service to the college, and academics. Our finalists are
Will Solo, Nordic skiing.
While doing research and teaching assistant work, Will is finishing his academic career with a 3.95 GPA as a double major of math and computer science. As our top-ranked male skier and NCAA qualifier in 2021, Will has been a tremendous resource and advocate for those students also dealing with disabilities on campus, and is an inspiration for his teammates and everyone who is fortunate enough to know him.
John Connors, swimming and diving.
A top sprinter in Division III, John Connors has been the driving force behind the success of men's swimming and diving. A 2-year captain and holder of 5 Colby School records, John competed in 74 collegiate races, winning 46 and placing second in 18. John represented the Mules at the 2022 NCAA National Championships, where he earned academic All-American honors.
Jack Fletcher, soccer.
Jack was an outstanding captain and leader throughout his 4 years with our men's soccer program. He epitomized everything a coach or teammate would want: a relentless work ethic, a ferocious competitor, and the type of teammate who always helped to get the best out of others.
And the winner is Will Solo.
For you young people, in our society today, we tend to throw the word legend around a little loosely. Clearly understand that the gentleman who just presented that award fits that to a T. He is a true legend on this campus and throughout all of New England. To introduce the Patty Valvanis Award, please welcome a gentleman who has probably watched more contests at Colby College than anyone, certainly I know, Professor Sandy Maisel, the Goldfarb Family Distinguished Professor of American Government.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you all, and good evening. Patty Valvanis Award was established 40 years ago when a number of us discovered that there were no awards for women athletes at Colby. And we felt that was something that should be righted. Patty was is the first woman to have her number retired in basketball through 2 no-hitters as a softball player, was a magna cum laude graduate in American Studies in the days when very few people were magna cum laude graduates in anything, was a person who was visible everywhere on the campus and served in so many capacities. She then went on as Patty Valvanis Smith to, among other things, be the first woman who led the C Club and has been very involved in Colby since she graduated. The award was established in her name to recognize an outstanding athlete, campus citizen, and academic. And the nominees are
Nina Prunster, ice hockey.
It's hard to put into words Nina's impact on Colby women's hockey. Over her 4 years, she's been instrumental in establishing the standards to how we conduct ourselves as students, athletes, and members of the Colby community. In hockey, your goalie dictates how the team plays in front of her, especially with regards to confidence. As a program, we went from winning no games to being one of 10 teams to qualify for the NCAA tournament, and Nina was a huge part of that success. She's allowed her teammates to play their best in front of her, which to me is a sure sign of being the best kind of teammate.
Sophia Gorman, Nordic skiing, cross country.
Sophia is a NESCAC champion and 2-time All-American runner here at Colby. However, her skiing accomplishments are equally as impressive. New to our ski team as a senior, Sophia became crucial to our team, scoring for the team many times. She brings an ability to approach academics and athletics in a high-level way that is contagious to everyone around her.
Hallie Schwartzman, lacrosse.
Hallie Schwartzman puts 100% into everything she does. She cares passionately about her teammates and pushing both herself and everyone else to be their very best. I can say without a doubt we would not be the lacrosse team we are this year without the unwavering leadership Hallie has provided this team in some of the most challenging situations.
And now it's my pleasure to unmask the winner of the Patty Valvanis Award, Nina Prunster.
To deliver a special message from the Student Athletic Advisory Council, please welcome SAC co-presidents Carly Cristofori and Charlotte White.
Hi everyone, I'm Carly.
And I'm Charlotte.
And we served as the Student Athlete Advisory Committee co-presidents this past year, which has been a really great experience and privilege to be able to work closely with student athletes and the Colby Athletic Administration. We also wanted to take a moment to congratulate all of our senior student athletes. We've had such an unprecedented college experience with shortened seasons, playing and practicing with masks, and frequent tests and roster adjustments, but it has been incredibly fulfilling to see what can be accomplished when a dedicated, supportive, and close-knit community works together. Despite the pandemic and the non-traditional seasons, we are proud to see our classmates step up as positive and resilient leaders and community members and transform our teams and Colby Athletics as a whole. We truly believe our facilities, our resources, our pride, our commitment, and our camaraderie as Colby athletes is going to continue to make Colby Athletics among the best.
We also just want to take a moment to point out some of what we were able to accomplish for SAC this year. From having Fill the Stands events for our teams, to the Fan of the Month Sportsmanship Initiative, to participating in D3 Week and Mental Health Awareness Week, to simply helping us communicate and connect better as an athletic community. Finally, we want to take a second to thank all of the coaches, strength trainers, athletic trainers, the whole Peak Performance team, all of the athletic administration, the athletic center maintenance crew, all of our parents and families, as well as all of our student athletes. Not only for your dedication to us as individual players and to our teams, but also for helping us have experiences that will last a lifetime. Once again, congratulations. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. Carly, I think that's the first time in 4 years I haven't said your name. Carly Cristofori. Usually that was followed by for 3, but. To introduce the Mule Impact Award, please welcome back to the stage Vice President and Harold Alfond Director of Athletics, Mike Weiskopf.
It gives me a lot of pride to be able to stand here and give this award tonight. The award was created about 5 years ago to recognize faculty and staff that made an important contributions to athletics and been able to support what we're trying to accomplish on a day-to-day basis. In the past, we've recognized teammates from our facility staff, from the faculty, from administration, and even last year with Westy and our athletic training staff. I'm proud to recognize someone that has supported Colby Athletics this year for not just this 1 year, but for more than 3 decades, both as a student athlete and an administrator. Without his leadership, this incredible building would never have been built, nor would have been completed on time and on budget. For example, at the final stages of some very important structural work, the beams in particular, was when the Trump administration put U.S. tariffs on the Chinese steel industry. And that happened very quickly. It was right in the most important part of building this project. And he sprung into action and figured out a whole new resourcing, international supply chain system to be able to keep the steel moving and be able to keep this building on time and on budget. Also, when COVID hit shortly thereafter, and most construction nationwide came to a screeching halt, he kept the project team on task, kept the supply lines going, kept it on budget, and we were able to open in the summer of 2020. And all of us benefited with that precious time we needed to be able to prepare for the competitions and the games we saw this year. I could go on and on. Really, after 34 years at Colby, there's dozens of examples of behind-the-scenes work that this individual has done to be able to allow us to be here today, to be able to compete at this level. From a personal note, after coming here, someone new to higher education, certainly new to athletics, and after a life of military service, he has been a mentor to me, a counsel, an example every day in our meetings of what right looks like, just a true professional. And I know I couldn't have done any of what I've been able to try to achieve and be able to figure out if it wasn't for him. I don't say it enough to him. I don't think he knows what a difference he's made in my life, and I'm forever grateful for his patience and advice throughout all this. So on behalf of all the athletes that you've impacted, all those that are still going to impact because of your service long into the future, I'm proud to present the Mule Impact Award to Doug Terp.
Before we present the next gentleman to introduce an award, is Coach Greg Cox here? Where is Coach Cox? Right here. Could you all just join me in wishing Coach Cox a very happy birthday today? Happy birthday, Coach. Coach, I would sing that for you, but the only key I know is off, and we don't need that, so. To introduce the Bill Millett Awards, please welcome two former Millett Award winners, Mr. Jamie Brewster, class of 2000, the Associate Athletic Director of Admissions for Data and Technology, was a member of the track and field team and won 3 NCAA national championships in the hammer throw. Joining him is Danny Noyes, class of 02, Associate Athletic Director for Communications, and he was a member of the 2000 NESCAC Championship football team, a 2-time All-New England selection, and still holds 6 program records today. Gentlemen.
Good evening. I'm pleased to be up here tonight to present the Bill Millett Award. First, for the Men's Award. This award is given annually to the senior male athlete who over 4 years has contributed the most to Colby athletics. Our finalists are
Matt Hanna, basketball.
Matt Hanna made an immediate impact on the Colby men's basketball program as a 4-year starter and finished in the top 15 on the all-time scoring list. Matt's junior year saw the Mules finish with the second best season in school history, amassing a 24-4 record, rising as high as number 5 in the country, and returning to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1997.
Justin Grillo, ice hockey.
Justin Grillo had a terrific career here as a captain, led our team to a regular season championship. When I think of his game, I think he's got devastating speed, artistic talent, and creativity, along with a really high compete level.
Cabot Marr, baseball.
Cabot Marr has been one of the most dominant players in Colby baseball history. He has been an all-NESCAC selection, an all-New England selection. He was elected captain by his teammates for the 2022 season and has transformed Colby baseball into a championship caliber program.
And the winner is Justin Grillo. Justin could not be here with us tonight, but hopefully is watching on NSN. Congratulations, Justin.
And it's my pleasure to present the Women's Award. This award is given annually to the senior female athlete who over 4 years has contributed the most to Colby athletics. Let's meet the finalists.
Sade Johnson, track and field.
Colby Athletics, and our staff have been lucky to experience Sade's journey. Sade has been kind, sweet, compassionate, and competitive. Her excellence in athletics and academics is unparalleled.
Erin Bianco, Nordic skiing.
Erin is a 3-time captain of the Nordic ski team and one of the best female Nordic skiers to come through our program. Her numerous podiums and top 10 finishes helped our women's team to the best team finishes in the history of our program and was the cornerstone of qualifying a full team to NCAA Division I Nationals. Erin has accepted a spot on a pro team in Minneapolis and will be the first Colby Nordic skier to continue competing after college.
Addie Page, swimming and diving.
One of the fastest distance swimmers in Division III, Addie Page holds 8 Colby School records, was the NESCAC Rookie of the Year, is a 3-time All-NESCAC honoree, 2-time national qualifier, and All-American in the 1650. During her career, Addie competed in 74 races, winning 47 and placing second 21 times.
Congratulations, national champion Sade Johnson.
Let's have a big round of applause for all our award winners this evening. Great job. To our athletes, I don't think there's any question that you have left Colby better than when you found it. But you didn't do that alone. And I would encourage you in your last few days here on campus to seek out someone who has helped you along the way and to simply thank them. Your zip codes are about to change, or for many of you they will, but it doesn't mean that your relationships here have to. One of the many things I love about Colby College is I've always been made to feel welcome here. As you join the ranks of alumni, I hope you will always feel welcome here. I hope this has been a special night for you. Congratulations to all of you. I would remind you before you go, please, if you haven't had a chance, pick up your blankets on the way out. For those of you who received awards this evening, we're going to have a picture up here with all of you. So please stick around, enjoy one another. But again, thank you so much for all that you have done, and the very, very best of luck to all of you in your future. Thank you very much.